Deforestation deprived Kenya's economy of 5.8 billion shillings in 2010 and 6.6 billion shillings in 2009, far outstripping the roughly 1.3 billion shillings injected from forestry and logging each year, according to a joint Kenya Forest Service and UN Environment Programme report. The findings underscores the fact that forests are worth more standing than cut down, and that they prop up many sectors of the economy, creating a ripple effect.
When you deforest a country, you actually lose the whole chain of services that are provided by the forest in terms of water resources, the impact on tourism, the impact on livelihoods of communities. You have some indigenous peoples that live on forests. So all of these costs have not been fully valued yet, but it is critically important to understand that there are more than trees in forests.
The ongoing work of the government-run Kenya Forest Service, together with the Kenya Bureau of Statistics and international partners, says that the contribution of forests to the economy is undervalued by 2.5%. The Kenyan government has already given considerable recognition to the value of its forest and is working on the rehabilitation of the Mau Forest Complex. Over the last 1.5 years, more than 21,000 hectares of forest land have been repossessed and 10,000 hectares have been rehabilitated by the government of Kenya and partners.
We have embarked on a very aggressive campaign of re-establishing our boundaries. But more importantly, I have put on Mau about 700 forest rangers, basically to patrol.
Between 2000 and 2010, deforestation in the water towers amounted to an estimated 28,427 hectares. The main reasons for deforestation are charcoal production, logging of indigenous trees, farming and human settlements. Full wood and charcoal represent the most important energy source for the population at 75%, and the forestry sector creates both formal and informal job opportunities, especially in rural areas. As a result, deforestation has largely been driven by private consumption, as the demand of households has doubled within the last 10 years. 65-year-old Agnes Kossen is a farmer near the southern tip of the Mau complex in Narok County and makes fuel briquettes out of leaves and waste paper, together with a community group, which are then sold as an alternative to charcoal.
Whether you are poor or rich, you need the forest. Because if there is no rain, where are you going to get food? You plant whatever you plant and it will not grow because there is no rain, and we depend on rain.
The economy and the welfare of Kenya's forests are closely linked. The country's 5 main forest areas feed filtered rainwater to rivers and lakes and provide more than 15,800 million cubic meters of water per year, which represents over 75% of the country's renewable surface water resources. This benefits major sectors of the country's economy such as agriculture, electricity, water and tourism.
It continues to build on a body of work that we together in Kenya, but also UNEP with many other partners across the world, is developing to change the economic perspective on the value of these resources.
For Kenya, UNEP concludes that it is possible to achieve a green economy with some fiscal reforms and reforms to certain sectors, including the forest sector. The report recommends that Kenya work on improving sustainable forest management, strengthening regulations, encouraging investment in the forestry sector, and ensuring increased forest plantation growth in the long term.